right, welcome back to another episode of We Talking About. I'm Zim.
I'm Lee.
And today we'll be talking about random conversation starters. This is kind of like our Q&A edition, another short episode, but we're going to both be answering questions in these topic starters to things we don't know beforehand. So the first one is, what was the last funny video you saw?
That cracking good time, but did you watch that video?
I did watch that video.
Oh my God,
that was the
it was
last
so
video
good.
I saw.
Oh fuck, so we're tied. Good.
So it's a video about a man talking about Hero Quest.
Okay.
The old board game version of Hero Quest, and he's New Zealandish.
He's something.
A New Zealander,
and his beard is a weird color compared to his hair.
And his voice is wonderful.
His voice is wonderful, and I wanted you to see it too because like something, I first watched it last night when I was delirious,
and then watched it again and again.
I watched it today, and I'm like, I guess it isn't that good. But something about his thing of like the best part about Hero Quest, and everything is the best thing about Hero Quest.
Yes.
And he started throwing in little weird Chris Seavery like boop, and the figurines coming up, and he would just like launch into his things.
I even replaced my furniture with their furniture, even the doors. Goodbye, Mormons, or whatever he says.
And like all the little sounds of it going like. Of all those like sounds, there was a lot of attention to detail that I don't think people would pick up on if they're just concerned with the beard and like what he's saying.
It's about shitting on Warhammer 40k miniatures, which I know about. So I was like, those things do suck.
You can tell this is a gargoyle. What even is this? This is horrible. Look at the instructions.
And they're like $80,
right?
Oh, it's fucking retarded. What is something you're obsessed with?
Oh God.
There's a lot of things you could be obsessed with.
I'm obsessed with everything.
Well, I know what I'm obsessed with toys.
You like toys and stuff.
Toys are like my favorite.
Ugh. I'm just obsessed with like horrible problems and horrible things.
You like computer parts?
I do, and I like
hoarding.
I'm obsessed. Well, so
computer parts.
I was trying to break down hoarding into like things, but I guess just saying hoarding
covers it all.
Is the main thing. Because I'm buying computer parts and instruments and like collecting old broken instruments, and I just want all the things. Because someday there'll be time enough at last, and I'll break my glasses, and I won't be able to enjoy any of the instruments. That's loosely applies.
I picture you like Blank Man, where it's like, oh no, don't send me money, send me things.
No, I sent all that back. Just said, give me your old electronics. He was great in that. God damn, what's about Blank Man? Does it hold up?
I bet it does.
I bet it does too. Oh, he's Dag's in that.
Who is your favorite entertainer? Is it David Allen Greer?
David Allen Greer, woo! Woo! Probably. No, there's someone. Maybe like a. Entertainer.
Well, entertainer is very broad.
What does entertainer mean?
Music, comedian, actor, it could be anything.
I really like Adam Carolla and what he's been doing with his podcasting and like his
I like his
take on
podcast.
Things, yeah.
I don't know if I can call him my favorite entertainer.
It's weird. I'm just trying to picture like favorite like I think he's the coolest guy or favorite like I enjoy his stuff the most. I guess if we're gonna interpret it. Yeah, do you have someone?
If we're thinking music-wise, I have to bring up, Sean Harris, the lead singer of The Matches, Maniac, Saint Stranger, very talented man. If I'm going like comedian, it might be Hannibal right now. I'm feeling him.
I'm a Louis C.K. man myself.
Louis C.K. is always good.
That's almost like a too cliche of an answer for music. Who's dead would be Kurt Cobain because it got me into music. Who's alive? I appreciate Kanye West's descent into madness and some of his work.
So he's your favorite comedian, or?
Yes, he's my favorite like circus act, if you will, or whatever.
Who's your favorite actor? If it's not David Allen Greer.
Can I go back to David Allen Greer? We were just talking about David Allen Greer before. I do appreciate his work, but not on the whatever.
Bruce Campbell's one of my favorites.
Oh, man. There's so many different actors that do so many different things. I think Tom Cruise is a guy. Very long
He is a guy. Short guy.
I think Tom Cruise is it. No, Tom Cruise, like one of the few people where him being in a movie, I think for my entire life and forever is going to be a thing.
Is it all because a legend?
Well, that's what I mean. Like he's had such a long career that having his name on something. Because some people I like them, but there are movies where it's like everything was shit about that, including you, and I'm sorry it happened. And let's just move on.
Tom Hanks was that for me for a while.
Okay.
Where and it wasn't until recently, and not that the movies were bad, but like Da Vinci Code, I was like, and then like two other ones like after that, I was like, but like everything before that, I was like,
No, and I wasn't personally a fan of Tom Hanks, but I think he also had that effect where if it was like, we're going to do an adaptation of a thing you love and we're not sure who's directing it yet, but this guy's in it, you'd be like, okay, it might be a real movie then, because this guy's in it.
Well, because you know certain actors don't take shit roles, because like they're good.
And Tom Hanks, for a time especially, was so good at like picking roles or whatever.
Yeah. What is your favorite way to waste time? I think we're both experts on this.
YouTube, internet, Imager, Reddit, just clicking.
So
That's
it's
funny.
your fault, but I'll never stop saying Imgur.
Imager.
I only say Imgur now because so I did not know of this. Many things on the internet were things that I picked up secondhand, like a grandfather would from his grandkids.
Well, you didn't have,
and you taught me of.
You didn't
Imgur.
have internet at your house for a while.
Yes.
And now you're like hooked up and stuff. So you were just on your phone, and I think Facebook, and even before that, MySpace was like your. So I think did I tell you about Reddit as well?
Yeah, I didn't know about Reddit until you told me about it.
So like Imager.
And now I don't know what else is on the internet.
Right?
There's nothing else.
How would we ever use the internet?
Like what was it, Opera or whatever they had? Like it was like a link, like the different boxes for the websites you frequent now.
The speed
Mine
dial
only
thing.
says Reddit now. There's nothing else there. I don't do anything else. It's like, oh, you check your email. Yeah, I guess that's technically the internet, but
no, like Reddit. So Reddit used to be like Reddit : what's new online, and now Reddit is like Reddit : the front page of the internet. I believe they like changed their mantra.
That is the internet.
Imager started as like a reliable web host for Reddit. And I'm not sure what the relationship is today, but it totally branched off of that because people wanted to post links to images, and there were like, remember all those horrible image squid or whatever the fuck, all these
cat
weird,
picture.
Yeah.
Except it was a website called
Giphy poop or something.
Yeah.
There are all these weird sites that would like be down or broken or whatever, so Imager was set up to be this like thing.
No, and it's pretty dope.
So. But yeah, waste a lot of time doing that.
So this question is, do you have any pets? And I know you don't, but did you ever have a pet?
I've lived in houses with pets, and it was literally
but never your responsibility pet.
I pet the cat once while I was house sitting because the rest of my family went on vacation without me, which is how we all preferred it. But I was like, let's see what this is like, and I was like, I don't care for this at all. And the cat was like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying something. No, not into pets.
I have lots of pets. I have lots of fish.
That's just one pet, though, because it's just in the fish tank, right?
Well, I have multiple tanks.
Okay, true.
And I do have hundreds of those fish. And I've had other things. I've had frogs. I've had lizards. But at the moment, my big guys, I have an Oscar. That's my biggest fish. He's probably like this big, and he's graduated to eating other fish whole now. And,
excellent.
And I have a ghost knife. That's like a big eel-looking thing that swims kind of like with a undulating bottom. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're into the fish, but no mammals. Draw the line there.
Did I ever have any mammals? I may never have had a mammal.
Because my mother was all about cats, and we always had cats for my entire childhood. So deep in the toxoplasmosis or whatever.
I'm definitely getting a dog in the next house move.
Yeah,
probably two.
I feel like if I had a better arrangement of a house or whatever with the whole thing, a dog might be a good idea. Dogs seem cool.
What is something that is popular now that annoys you? David Unger.
Woo!
Something popular that annoys me. I hate how most people dress. I hate skinny pants, skinny jeans. I hate them.
Huh.
I think they look so stupid.
Doesn't bother me at all.
I hate shorts.
Okay, I don't think that's a fad. I think shorts have been around.
They're popular though.
For a long time.
A lot of people have them.
It's really funny. One day I was talking about something and I was like, this fucking guy. We went to get the permits for the house or something, and there was a guy. So I'm telling my dad about this. Was this douchebag ahead of me online. One of those guys that wears shorts and socks with sandals and a fucking baseball hat and some stupid T-shirt that says whatever. And my dad was wearing that exact thing. I was just like, okay, not you, just strangers or whatever. But yeah, it's the summertime here now, and we live in Jersey, so for different parts of the year, you see these different uniforms that different people wear.
Oh, that's the preppy kid uniform,
yeah.
The teenagers, college-age kids in those preppy outfits. This one girl said it best. She's like, "Look, it's the Future Date Rapists of America Club," and I was like,
"No," and they all wear that, or and that's what those douchebag football dads or whatever wear, or whatever. And I know it's not bad, and I know it's comfortable, and I know it's fine. But when I see that uniform, I just go, ugh, fuck, suck.
Yeah.
I wear pants all year long, and it's fine. I'm never like, oh, my ankles are hot. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't suit up and feel, like, ready for life. You just walk around with your fucking stupid legs. Everyone's legs suck, too. I have very big muscular calves that I refuse to show off.
The only thing I'll do, I'll wear pants all year round, but I'll stop wearing shoes, and I'll wear sandals.
I'm barefoot now, but if I'm going to leave the house, I suit up. I want to be ready.
Suit up.
I want to be ready for life.
Well, I wear my boots to work every day.
Exactly. That's not what you do.
Let's see. What is the best, worst thing about your work?
What is best, worst thing supposed
What
to
is
mean?
the best / worst
what is the best thing, what is
about
the worst
your work?
thing? Oh, God. The worst thing is just stress. I have, like, a corporate office job. There's a lot of shit going on. The best thing is probably, like, the flexibility because it is so, like, crazy, or maybe that's just a coincidence, but we can work from home. You can, you can just say, like no one's like, hey, it's like 9:07 and you weren't at your desk. That's a demerit. If you're sick, you just, like, stay home. You just do whatever. Like, nothing's being counted because everything's deadline based. Mm-hmm. But that's that. Yeah, so it's, like, the best and the worst, and they're kind of, like, related. So
okay.
Yeah.
My best thing is definitely a flexibility. Is that, like, I don't work that much. I work the hours I choose to work. The worst thing is just other people being there.
You deal with the public in your job, which
but
I think would always be bad.
The public, sometimes not the worst part.
The coworkers?
Yeah, like, I like a lot of my coworkers. There's like the frequent things, like we're in like a review period now, and I love, like, there's certain things you hear a lot in retail. People say I make slave wages a lot, and they don't say it about me, they say it about themselves. They're like, oh, I make slave wages, and that saying annoys the shit out of me, because slaves didn't get paid. You're an idiot. And like just think before you talk.
No, but that's one of those sayings that no one actually thinks about the words.
No one thinks about that.
They don't think about the words in the saying, they just, like, repeat it, and, like, they just know what it means. And
there's two ones that really bother me. It's I make slave wages, kills me, and the other one is I'll work harder when I get paid more. You might as well translate that to it's American of I'm never gonna get paid more.
Basically.
Like, it drives me nuts. I'll work harder when I get paid more. Do you understand how people get raises? For working. They're paying you what you deserve. If you deserve more, they'll pay you more.
I got, like, I got promoted relatively recently from a, like, technical position to a technical and, like, managerial position, and because of that, people in my life who, like, knew about it, friends, family, whatever, were like, so how's it going with your new position? And I was basically like, there is literally no difference between, like, last week and this week. I've been gradually taking on more responsibility and doing more stuff, and that's why I got promoted or whatever. But that's,
it's
people
like, finally the pay is matching the work. That's the difference between last week and this week.
But that's, like, how it kind of, like, works. Is, like, 3 years ago they were like, how about you run this project? We're going to have a meeting once a week, and you print out the thing, and you be the guy that says, okay, how's it going? And you go around the table, and you kind of run this. Let's see. And now, years later, finally. So that's the same concept.
It's the definition of work harder to get paid more.
You have to demonstrate that you can, because they can't just be like, let's pay you a bunch more and just hope you can fucking handle it. That isn't how it works.
This is what no one seems to understand.
Think about it from the perspective of, like, the boss, who's like, wow, this guy's always on time, and he's always like, hey, can I help with this or that? This guy's great. Let me try. And, like, you do the thing. You wouldn't be like, well, this guy's an idiot and keeps threatening to, like, quit or, like, not work if I don't pay him more. I better pay him more.
No,
like,
that's not going to work.
That doesn't work
and
at
very,
all.
very rarely, in situations where you're hired from outside a company, you may get, the higher position from not learning it. But in general, they're going to test the waters and see if you can do a job before you get it. And in the positions when you see that doesn't happen, like when someone jumps to, like, the highest manager, where now, like, they don't have someone checking and balancing them, I've seen that go horribly because they couldn't test the waters accurately enough, and then that person gets fired because they fucking suck. Like, just work harder, idiots. It makes me want to do like a 7-minute rant video on.
But so do you hear that a lot, and do you see those people? Because, like, I had people being like, why do you, like, stay so late? Like, why are you doing that? Or, like, I'm like, I have a meeting, and they're like, fucking meetings. But, like, their cubicle is still the same size as when we all started. But they're like 50 or something, and they're like, what are you doing all that shit for? Or whatever. Like, yeah.
Well, there was another friend of mine, and he knows who he is, had a saying, and me and him would argue about it a lot. It was job security. As a saying, you may wonder, well, how does he use that? And it would be like, well, I don't do the job 100%. it's job security. And I'm like, that's not job security. That's the lack of job security. That means you're going to get fired for not doing your job. And he'd be like, nah, man, it's to make sure there's more work to do tomorrow. And I'm like, there's always work to do tomorrow. What logic is this? Am I
truck comes
crazy
every day
pills?
with food on it. Okay, so like in like a job like mine, there's like stuff where you might set something up and it might be complicated. You might not document. It's like computer programming or like technical shit. So there's a like misguided angle that says, well, maybe if I'm the only one who does this, and if someone asks me how to do it, I just say, here, I did it, fucking whatever.
No, and that makes sense. But in a physical labor job that I have, there's nothing like that. It's an infinite amount of work.
And there's no way to like set up a like complex system that no one else will be able to move in. It's the most misguided way of doing that.
It's just people not knowing what things mean.
And honestly, not for nothing, even the thing I'm describing, like the boss's boss's boss knows you're doing that, and he's waiting for a chance to get rid of you because you're trying to sabotage his like company.
Yeah.
So like that doesn't even work either. But it really doesn't work in a place where you're like stocking shelves and like unloading trucks.
What is your favorite number?
I knew this. Fuck. What was it?
I am partial to 13, 23, and 27. In that order.
Interesting. I used to have a whole fucking thing for this. I forget. I now treat all numbers equally. I used to like 7. I don't know why.
That's because everyone likes 7 and you a bitch.
No, 337 is my favorite number because that's my name upside down. Pow! That was it.
All right. What is the most...
It's also green, green, yellow because I have synesthesia. That's 2 things to Google. All right.
What is the most... you made me fucking... What is the most useful thing you own?
Oh...
So, like,
I have 2 dumb answers out. I'm waiting for that third good answer. Go.
Well, I carry a multi-tool around all the time, and that gets a shocking amount of use. But I guess by definition of the thing I use the most that is helping me in my life, probably a car.
Yeah, so I literally was like computer, usefulness, sort, descending order, and I was like, my computer and my car? But like, those are the dumbest, not fun answers ever. It should be something like, oh, I have a thing in the kitchen because I like to cook. It's just like a curved piece of metal that you can use after you dice something to like scrape it and like put it into the pan. That's pretty useful.
Yeah, well,
see that on TV.
Assuming we wipe out computers, phones, and
things that are literally the most useful things mankind has ever created. Right.
Yeah, like pens.
I'm writing stuff. It's useful.
Yeah, I'll go with my multi-tool. If you opened a business, what kind of business would it be? So we've opened businesses before.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Well, so let's not count one we've already done.
Right.
You're opening a new business. What is it?
50-50 depending on my position in life and my who I'm with, who I think can help me make things happen or not, my team, my outlook, how old am I, gin mill or pussy factory.
All right. I would open up
something with porn or something where like you're serving drinks or whatever. That's what people are into.
I'd probably open a comic book store. Again, if I'm physically sound with or like financially sound, because that's not something that would make me money, but it would just take up my time and be fun. So if I'm already rich, that's the job I would go. If I had to make money, I'd probably open a bar.
Yeah, bar. No, Jim Mill.
Like a bar, I think I'd be really good at that shit because I don't drink, so I'd be like, there's no loss of money here. A lot of bartenders or people that own bars become like alcoholics and have a lot of problem with like codependency of people and bullshit. Not I. Are you a very organized person?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
Same here. My office is very organized. My computer's not very organized, but my life is full of shit.
Yeah, like I am a hoarder by trade, but there are times and places where things are unusually organized. Some would say too much so.
If you've ever spoke in front of a large group of people, how did that go?
So it's weird. That was the scariest thing to me for the entire time that I was like a kid. Like forever, any school project, anything. And at some point, either in college or early in my like job, like the aforementioned job we talked about 5 minutes ago, I was just like, oh, this is actually fine. Because people kept saying like, oh, you were real. Like at some point someone said, talk too slow. And I was like, what? And so I just...
What?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like when your adrenaline gets going, you feel like you're talking too slow. So I was just like, okay, talk at what feels like too slow of a speed. And I just concentrated on that, and between being distracted by keeping track of how slowly I was talking, and between actually talking slower, and people being like, oh, like, because they, like, respond differently. Their body language changes. Like, he's confident. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's not like, because I have, like, a stammering problem, too, so talking slowly, thinking about my talking, and I don't even know who gave me this advice. It was like the dumbest thing ever. And just that now, I could get up. I've gotten up in front of like 50-something people or whatever, and I feel hot behind my neck, but I can just do it now. It's crazy.
I definitely, I think in general
You're
I feel hot
fucking
behind my neck.
charismatic as fuck.
I talk in different groups a lot, but in general I talk very fast. Because I'm a fast talker, and I do think I talk even faster when I'm talking in front of a crowd.
Don't steal my slow down trick, yo.
If I took, I might run for president with that trick.
You would be too powerful. You need to restrain yourself.
Now, I think part of my thing is always talking like really fast. So like, and like sometimes like I know like you hear someone talking really fast, you don't necessarily know everything they're saying because they're talking very fast. And it's like sometimes I go, "You fucked up there. Keep going. Go even faster."
Just keep hitting them. Just keep hitting them. You got him
or
right.
Like you'll roundabout, you'll circle a point 3 or 4 times, like hammering it home. And just like, killing
I mean, if I've ever been present, or if you've ever done it to me, I've never thought like he talks too fast. You definitely rap it or whatever. But I literally can't. I start to do that or whatever. I have stammering things, so I have to pump the brakes or whatever.
Pump the brakes. All right. Who had the biggest impact on the person you have become?
Lord have mercy.
Kevin Sorbo.
Like a funny answer, like a funny answer, or like a real answer? Probably like my dad.
I guarantee it's like
also my dad for you.
I guarantee it's like a comic book character or a cartoon character has probably had the biggest impact. As a kid, we had like a real sense about that, like no, you must do things that are right and blah blah
right,
blah.
You must fight evil or whatever.
And up until I was probably like college, I was like, you could still become a superhero. Who knows?
Yeah, like 24, I think you were fighting crime a little bit.
A little bit, here and there.
No, like my dad, he was a musician, so he like
still is,
and still is somewhat, but he was a musician. Like full-time, quote-unquote, when I was growing up, so he worked nights and weekends. He would watch the kids, and he would like put me on the bus in the morning and pick me up at coming home. Like it was the whole fucking thing. So he was like Mr. Mom, homebody thing. So there's a lot of FaceTime and a lot of opportunity. He's like kind of a unique guy, and I was sort of like even more weird and like autistic as a kid, so he would just like explain things to me, and I compared him to Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, because he would never like freak out or do weird stuff or fuck around. He was very much just like, oh no, see, people do that because that way you can do this and then you have something, and he would like he like explained life to me.
He's playing the long con. You see, he's saying he likes that dress just later.
No, it was weirdly insightful shit because my dad's a weird guy too, so he would explain. It was like he and I were like aliens trying to live amongst humans, and he was explaining, oh no, see, like he doesn't know what to do with his hands, so he's doing this thing, and he would explain. I'm like, oh, I will stand like that too then, good. And I could it helped me out a lot or whatever.
Why is he yelling with his hands? He's Italian.
So he's talking with his hands. What does that mean, talk with your hands? It means when you move your hands, he wasn't like, what are you, an idiot? He was like, I will explain all this to you, and like
when you're a child,
yes,
you are an idiot. So he doesn't ask.
By nature, yes.
How often do you stay up past 3 a.m.?
Pretty frequently, unfortunately, which is bad. Several times a week, and I totally shouldn't.
Every night.
Well, yeah, you're a fucking animal. You don't work until 4 p.m., though, so you can do that.
Yes.
I fucking have to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so going to bed at 5 a.m. is horrible.
I've been trying recently to wake up at 7:30 in the morning, actually.
Yeah.
I woke up the last 2 days, 7:30, and that's how I've been really editing fucking crazy amounts of shit. It's been pretty good. Which is more important, a great car or a great house? And why?
Oh, I need to say why?
Well, a great house comes with 3 cars in a 3-car garage, so I'll go with great house.
Pow. Yeah,
that's why.
Fuck the car. Like, I don't know how you can even compare the two. The house is so much like I've said many times, when I close the door, my car like disappears, like you're playing peekaboo with a child. It's just gone from my mind. I could give a fuck. I just needed to get to places or whatever. Yeah. But you're in the house whenever you're not anywhere else. So it needs to be awesome. And that's
almost all the time for me.
Well, yeah, I was just say we're like shut-in crazy people, but like regardless, the house needs to be awesome.
Yeah, I spend at least 72 hours straight in the house every week. So
people that don't even own
house.
cars.
Yeah. Well, the people don't own houses too. So
They're homeless though.
that's true.
Not owning a car is fine in some places, but the house.
What animal or insect do you wish humans could eradicate? Fucking hate raccoons.
Well, you had a thing.
Fucking hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a thing with mice at one point. That'd be nice.
But it's also
I'm
like
doing math here.
I think if you destroyed all the mice from the world, I think that would send such shit out of whack that it would be such a like. I don't know how many things actually don't affect a balance at all.
Yeah, that could be true of anything. Yeah, and like part of me was like, well, the ocean is a scary place. It'd be nice to swim without. And then I'm like, what? Great white sharks? There's a bunch of other types of sharks. There's jellyfish. Okay, fuck the ocean. All right, there's like the well-known bears, and then there's like wild cats and all those things. So you can't win there. And then
mosquitoes, mosquitoes. I can't imagine that fucking up anything in anything.
They're fucking monsters.
Yeah, I don't think they help anything.
They are annoying at best, either buzzing in your ear or making
they're
like
spreading
itchy
horrible
things.
disease at worst.
At worst, yeah, they're killing populations.
Just saved all of Africa. You're welcome.
Bill Gates should just call us. Hey, I eradicate all the mosquitoes.
Here's one that. How much time do you spend on the internet?
That's all I ever do. So 100% of the time.
What do you usually do on the internet?
Reddit, Imgur, YouTube, all those things.
Yeah, YouTube, Reddit.
There's more YouTube.
Facebook is peppered in there.
There's more YouTube of just what I actually want to watch than I could watch. It's almost like a job. I think I spend 8 hours a day with just videos on that I'm like, okay, I have to burn through these videos. I want to catch all this content. I like these people. These are funny. This is entertaining. I like this guy. Just fucking going through.
I feel that way about Netflix. Netflix is like a job where like...
And I through this season. At the next season.
Well, as my productive nature, I only let myself watch Netflix during time allotted for sleep.
Okay.
So you can watch as much Netflix as you want, but bitch, you ain't gonna sleep.
How much time is allotted for sleep?
Like 6 hours.
Okay.
And I often watch like 4 hours of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer before bed.
Okay.
But
it's a dangerous game you're playing there.
It's worth it.
Sure.
Oh, it's worth it. Which recent news story is the most interesting? Do you know any news stories that are recent?
Do I know any news stories that are interesting? I think the Bilderberger or the Brexit thing were pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
For a couple of reasons, but we don't have to discuss. Does that say and why?
No.
Brexit was great, actually, because there's so many tweets. I follow people on Twitter specifically because I don't agree with them or think that they're crazy. A lot of crazy social justice feminist people, as well as the other side, like the Milo Yiannopoulos people and the fucking anti-whatever libertarian crazy people, like Alex Jones types people. So all the tweets were fucking great, and people were compiling tweets and responding to each other's tweets, and fucking people made blog posts and whole things just roasting people over their stupid tweets on both sides, back and forth. It was awesome.
Did you see there's Brexit? Did you see the Texit?
Where Texas wants to secede? Yeah. Oh shit! Someone said something about on one of these shows being and now Norway's talking about it, Germany's talking about it, hell, even Texas is talking about it, and I was like, that can't. Texas
was if Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, we're out.
We're out.
And they're the only state that can actually leave.
Why? Because
they're fully sustainable.
Oh, okay.
Everything about Texas can just leave. They're the only state that's on its own grid. They're the only state that produces most of the food for the rest of the country. They're they have oil. They have literally everything, and they're so big that they're fine. Let the Mexicans in, whatever.
We're gonna go with Mexico. What?
Sorry, Trump. We're going with Mexico.
We started that wall. It's on the. Is it you put the wall on the wrong side of Texas? Did we? And this fucking thing going on.
What is something that really annoys you but doesn't bother other people?
Itch my face instead of scratch my face.
Fuck you and your itching face.
It's so stupid. You don't need You have a different word for that. Why would you repurpose itch to mean scratch? All right. Do you have one?
He's got troubles with this.
Do you have one?
I I think my biggest pet peeve that doesn't like, and it probably bothers people that they don't say anything, but I'll fucking scream about it, is like just bitches on their phone like all the time. Like I'm like in the theater and someone's like on their phone. You're in like a restaurant and someone's on their phone. Like
people complain about that. That's like an old school.
But like
trope
no one
to
says
complain
anything
about
to
it.
them.
Well, people. Now it's like, what are you, old? What do you mean put my phone away? I'm on my phone all the time. And
I'll change my annoyance.
And you're like, no, you're a bitch. Yeah.
My annoyance is people saying like, God, this guy over here is so annoying with this blah, 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 blah. And just, I don't even care about whatever's happening over there. But you are bothering me now. If that bothers you, say something to them. I don't want to hear your bitching about how something bothers you. I don't want to hear how your day was bad at work.
But
I don't want to
Stefan,
hear how your uncle's pissing you off. I don't want to hear how your mom's borrowing your money and not paying you back. I don't want to hear someone drank your apple juice. I don't give a fuck. Tell the person that is bothering you.
But Stefan, he said itch my face. So you don't like complaining, but you're complaining about complaining. How deep does the rabbit hole go?
I tell those motherfuckers to shut the fuck up, though.
You say, take your business to the source.
Well, I go, why don't you tell him? He's right there. Hey, you, on the fucking phone. Take the fucking phone off.
Hey, you two need to talk about how he pisses you off. What?
Just fucking...
Starting fights left and right.
Or, like, you know, I'll even branch it off to people saying what they're going to do rather than just doing it.
Okay, like being all talk, not...
Yeah, that all falls into the same thing for me. Like, yep, I'm going to start going to the gym every day. And then, like, the next week, yep, just going to keep going to the gym every day. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm like, are you going to the gym? Why are you talking about going to the gym? You look the fucking same. I'm going to go to the gym.
Yep, 300 confirmed kills from ISIS.
Yeah.
It's like, really? When do you have time to do that? I'm in deep cover. It's on a need-to-know basis.
Was there ever an event in your life that defied explanation? Ghosts?
Searching. I wish there was, motherfuck.
As a kid, I was probably like 6 or something, and just young and stupid. I was convinced I had a ghost experience when a bag, like a crumpled up plastic bag, was expanding. But you know, like you crumple a plastic bag and it expands. But like it took shockingly a long amount of time to do this, and I was like sitting there away from it on the table, and it was like just expanding, and I'm like, ah!
All right, you've used several past tense things in that sentence. Do you still think there was anything supernatural about that?
Nothing at all supernatural about that.
Good.
Except for the ghost that was crumpling that
Except
bag.
for the Mr. Ghost Bagman. No, I fucking wish that something like that would happen ever at all.
Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
I've had nothing, and I've always wanted one.
I have had one.
With me? Was I there?
No.
Okay.
I've had one that I can't explain. Like, I can try to make sense of it.
All
so
right.
I'm in bed, and like, there's no lights on. There's just the mild green glow of the clock. Like, and then the clock is probably like across, so maybe 15 feet away from me on the wall.
Okay.
And I swear I see a like translucent woman like coming towards me, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? And I just like close my eyes because I'm like whatever, and then like so my eyes are closed and I'm looking straight up. So she would have been like over there, and I'm looking over here. So like I'm laying down, head facing up way, ghost coming from here. And when she got about to like here, I could see her through my eyelids, and that was so freaking weird. And I opened my eyes, and she's right fucking there, like where she was in my eyes. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm just looking at it, and it's like slowly like moving, like you know, like tilting off axis. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm trying to like, you know, I'm trying to rationalize. So I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm like, well, your eyes must be like blurry from sleep, and the green light from the clock is making you think this is happening. Is how I made myself sleep that night. But
yeah, you're like half a like. So,
but it looked very much like a deathly ghost woman.
No, so the fact that you could see it with your eyes closed would just tell me that you were just half asleep.
Or she's that much more ghostly and has the power to go through eyeballs.
Like into your brain, like through the part of your brain that makes dreams happen, because it was a dream of some sort.
That's what the ghosts want you to think, Lee.
I have like sleep paralysis and like chronic horrifying nightmares or whatever. So that's nothing. I've had that. If that's a ghost, then yes, there's ghosts. That's fine. There's been horrifying, weird things that happen, weird, like, thing. When I was really, really young, I thought there was someone in one of the rooms of the house. Like, I ran, into, like, a dark room and thought I saw, like, an old-timey, like, New Orleans black guy just, like, in the room, in the dark, and I ran out screaming or whatever, and my mom had to go in and be like, there's no one here, or whatever.
Or was there?
That was probably a haunted house because of a ghost.
I was once at a buddy Maxwell's house, and we went down the front steps. We're getting in the car, and we go to pull away, and I swear I see someone look at us through the window
of his empty house.
We were just in the house, and we were the only ones in the house. So like I had to stop the car, and I was like, hang on a fucking second, because I thought it was like a burglar or something. I thought someone was in the house.
Like, are they gone? Let me start stealing shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I'm like, hang on, and like I had him, like, he like pulled a little bit away so that the window couldn't see the car anymore, and then I got out of the car. And we went back in, and I always used to carry weapons on me. And I pulled out like a fucking police like baton nightstick, and I'm like, all right, fucking go. And like he opens the door, and I rush for that room because I know what room it was.
Okay.
And I searched the whole fucking house. I didn't see anything. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Sure. Yeah, we had. I was like apparently astral projecting when I was a kid. It got my mom into Buddhism a little bit. I was like seeing the room from up in the room or something like that, but I was too young to really remember it, so I don't even know or whatever.
So you're saying you're the golden child.
I have powers.
Do you eat a single leaf to survive?
That's all I need, but I like food.
But you like pizza.
Yeah,
okay.
I enjoy pizza is the problem. Like a lot.
So tell us, do you guys like pizza? Put in the comments if you've ever astral projected or like pizza.
50,
or both.
No one's gonna save though. The Venn diagram of that is so tiny.
I know, but
that's just
if we find him, that could be our next Doctor Strange.
Okay.
All right, guys. So until next time, don't die in a fire. If you like this video, click the like button. Why don't you subscribe? Stop being a bitch.
I was doing the video's over face, and there's more to say. I didn't realize.
The video's over.
But
click the subscribe
button.
Click
the things. There's things here now, right?
There's no things there. Just click something.
We're gonna put those things in post.
All right. Fuck off, you.
Click the things. This thing, that thing.
I'm gonna put boobs there. I'm gonna cut that and make the beginning to a different video.
That's our sit ubu sit now.
That's crazy. See, this is I with shit like this. I don't with her jacking off.